Good morning, everybody, and this is my Forex setups for today. So, lo and behold, yesterday was yet another sideways day. We tried to get one or two trades going, but didn't really get moving. And I think if we just start with the Euro USD at the moment, you can see we're on the 8 hour here. We were expecting a break out of this wedge pattern yesterday. Didn't materialize. Instead, we bounced to the downside. Now, I think the interesting thing to note at the moment is that we are forming sort of some higher highs here. So you can see there we are forming some higher, sorry, not higher highs, but higher lows. And it's still in a triangle. It's still consolidating. So I think my view from yesterday still stays, break and retest of that. So yesterday we were looking for a break above here, something like that. Back into there. That's still what I'm looking for. Okay, so right now, I mean, this was just news-based yesterday, and now we're going sideways. So I don't see anything else happening right now on this pair. And if we move on to Aussie dollar, Japanese yen, this was a pair which I thought we had a chance at for a long, and all that's really happened is we've also come into a sort of consolidation pattern here. It doesn't matter which way we put it, but it's pretty much a flag. So we are still consolidating again with this pair. We are creating higher lows as well. So you can see, there we go there. Okay, so if we just delete that noise and just come to the 4 hour, you'll see what I'm looking at here. So there's this double bottom here. Okay, we've got a break above. We came back to test that area. That's pretty much what our target is there, the previous highs. But now if I come back to the hour, you'll see yesterday we had a pretty strong move pretty much around this area here, where we had a move up, down, testing previous breakouts. And you can see if I look left, you can see there's a tail, tail, tail. So there was the entry that we had for the long. Didn't last very long before we were stopped out. Okay, so, and this long bar here was really just the Feds talking. And you can see down, up, and then sideways and big confusion. So whether this continues in the direction it was going, we'll have to wait and see. But at the moment, I think as per all the other pairs, it is pretty much in a holding pattern right now. And what we're going to have to wait and see is some proper structure. Now, there is that break as well. Let's go to the hour. And you can see there's our trend line. We've broken, retested, back along it, and sort of now coming back above it. So I think if we are probably willing to take a stab at this pair again, once I know exactly which direction we're going, and that's probably going to be a break of this triangle at the moment. Okay, so we're going to have to see a high high and then a high low and then start bouncing up before I even start looking at that again. But this is really typical of trend changes, but it's also typical of sort of consolidation area before we have a decent breakout. New Zealand dollar, US dollar, exact same scenario. If you look at the daily, we've rallied hard and we're now consolidating. We look at the 8 hour, you'll see that consolidation pattern is there as well. So if you've seen so far, most of our dollar pairs are all in this hard rally, pretty big consolidation area at the moment. There are still buyers coming in, and that's pretty clear. You can see there are buyers coming in at the moment. We are creating higher lows as well. Okay, so I think what we're looking at here is potential dollar strength, but we have to wait and see until we get some breakouts and some retests of these areas. I'm going to stay well away from all of this. One more dollar pair here is, well, actually two more dollar pairs. So we have USD Swiss franc, and this one is pretty interesting because we had a big move down and a big move up, we've formed a higher low. Okay, so we come to this area here. You can see there was a downside move, moved up. We've now formed this higher low. Now what we're looking for is a higher high. We haven't formed a higher high just yet. We're still on this trend line. So in the same time, this is forming a massive cup and handle. So I'll be paying attention to this pair as well. What I'll be looking for to start with is a break and retest of this area here. So this is 0.95230. So I need a breakthrough, probably find support or resistance, sorry, at 0.95462. Come back to this area, find some support and start bouncing. That would be a break of the trend line. It would also be a break of the previous resistance, which is pretty much where we're bouncing at the moment. So that's something probably out of all the pairs, one that I'm watching the most. The next one is pound USD. So this does look like we have formed a high, a lower high, a lower low. There's our previous low, there's a low. So this does look like this previous uptrend has changed and we're now moving to downside. If we look at it on the 4 hour, you'll see that was our previous uptrend. We've gone down, come up, coming down. So that does look like it is a bit of a trend change. But based on what I've seen on the other pairs, I think I'll just wait for better confirmation because this is more than likely some form of consolidation as well. Okay, since most of the dollar pairs are consolidating, I'm pretty much going to assume that that's what's transpiring here as well. Okay, so you can see we have this double bottom or double top here moving down, but we had this double bottom which played out. So I think this double top is probably going to play out. Let's see where that goes to. That takes us all the way down, slap bang onto this area of resistance, which was resistance, now looking like it's going to be support. So that's the area I'd be watching. See what happens here. Pretty sure what we'll do is we'll bounce there. Okay, so I'm still sitting on the sidelines with this. I think the only pair that I'm basically looking at is the Swiss franc right now. Probably the only one that looks relatively attractive for a long. The others are all in a holding pattern, and I think I'll just sit and wait. So yeah, I think we'll be sitting on the sideline for a little bit longer until we get a clear direction, and then we can start trading with the trend again. So up until then, it's sit patiently and let's wait it out rather than trying to jump in and lose money all the time. Anyway, hope it helps, and we'll catch you later. Cheers for now.